Throughout James Joyce's life, nationalism was a constant theme. In his works, we see only one city, Dublin. Joyce's love may not have been solely for the streetscapes or architecture, but for the people, for the city's life and morality. Joyce's love for his nation and country, expressed in his works, deeply moved the Irish people. They designated June 16th, the day that depicts Leopold Bloom's day in Ulysses, as Bloomsday, a significant holiday in Ireland. Few writers who have spent their lives in exile have received such widespread acclaim. James Joyce's influence extends beyond Ireland. He is a leading figure in 20th-century European literature. His work still has a profound impact on contemporary culture. For example, Ulysses is a model for fiction writers and one of the greatest novels of the 20th century, particularly for its exploration of the power of language. Its emphasis on the details of everyday life has opened up new possibilities of expression for authors, painters, and even filmmakers. Joyce's innovations not only impact English literature but also profoundly influence later writers and the literary world of Latin America and Asia. As a genius writer, he ushered in a new era of novel writing. Biography. James Joyce was born on February 2, 1882, in Rathgar, a small town near Dublin. He was the eldest of 10 siblings, some of whom died of typhoid fever. Joyce's parents both loved music. He has been familiar with music and opera since childhood, so most of his works are rhythmic. He often tells readers that if they don't understand a novel, they will if they read it aloud. Joyce had a close relationship with his father, and his father often walked with him in Dublin during his childhood. In Joyce's mind, his father has always been a role model. However, in 1893, the family went from wealth to poverty, and their financial situations started to decline. Around that time, Joyce's father began drinking alcohol. This character appears frequently in Joyce's works. Later, Joyce had the opportunity to enroll in a church school. After graduating, he attended University College Dublin, where he majored in English, French, and Italian. Following his graduation, Joyce decided to study medicine in Paris. During his years there, Joyce lived in extreme poverty. Meanwhile, in 1903, Joyce's mother became critically ill with cancer. Joyce then returned to Ireland. The following year, in 1904, an important woman entered Joyce's life, Nora Barnacle, a maid who worked as a hotel room cleaner. At first, Nora didn't genuinely care for him. However, Joyce persistently pursued Nora, and finally, on June 16th of that year, they went for a walk on a beach near Dublin. However, Joyce and Nora's romance was not without obstacles. Both their parents disapproved of the relationship. So, the two eloped to Europe. Touchingly, Joyce, who was almost penniless at the time, later gave Nora a very special gift, a commemoration of June 16, 1904. This day, which is the setting of the novel Olympus, is remembered worldwide because of the masterpiece, hence Bloomsday. Next, the Joyce family left Ireland, first going to Zurich but leaving after failing to find work there. They then moved to Austria, eventually settling in Trieste. In Trieste, Joyce supported his family by teaching English. Later, Joyce and Nora had 2 children, Giorgio and Lucia. Despite financial struggles and health issues, Joyce's dedication to his craft never wavered. In late 1905, Joyce finished the first draft of Dubliners and also wrote over 500 pages of Stephen Hero, the prototype for the novel A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. They mark a turning point in his writing career. In his writing, Joyce was a detailed realist. He often drew inspiration from his own life and family. For example, Stephen Dedalus in A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man and Ulysses reflects many parts of Joyce himself. At the same time, Molly Bloom in Ulysses is said to have been inspired by Nora. Additionally, Joyce was very particular about how his writing sounded. He even believed that good works should be read aloud and listened to. This might be linked to his childhood love of music and his near-total blindness in later years. Joyce's works feature sharp, direct language, often including profanity, and he never avoided discussing sex. As a result, his works were frequently rejected by publishers. Ulysses, in particular, was often banned or censored due to its explicit content and unconventional style, and it was considered obscene in several countries. However, Joyce's determination paid off, and his works eventually gained recognition for their brilliance and are celebrated for their literary innovation and honesty. The controversy surrounding his works may have prevented him from winning the Nobel Prize. His profound influence on later generations cannot be ignored. Joyce is one of the most undeniable giants of modernist literature, and the publication of his novel Ulysses is considered one of the most significant milestones in modernism. Joyce died on January 13, 1941, at age 58, in Zurich, Switzerland. James Joyce's life and works continue to captivate readers and scholars worldwide. From his early days in Dublin to his innovative novels, Joyce's journey as a writer was characterized by creativity, persistence, and a deep understanding of human nature. His masterpieces have secured him a place among the greatest writers in history. They have inspired generations of readers to think critically about language, storytelling, and the complexities of life. Main works. James Joyce is best known for his innovative writing style and his ability to capture the complexity of human thought and experience, making him a pioneer and master of the stream of consciousness novel. Although Joyce spent most of his life away from his native Ireland, most of his works are set there. His novels mainly draw on his early life in Dublin, including his family, friends, and enemies. He is regarded as one of the most skilled modernist writers in English at blending international elements with local themes. Dubliners is a collection of short stories vividly portrays life in Dublin. Each story explores themes of identity, relationships, and the challenges of everyday life. The final story, The Dead, is particularly celebrated for its emotional depth and masterful writing. A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man is a semi-autobiographical novel, follows the journey of Stephen Dedalus, a young man struggling to find his identity as an artist. The book explores themes of religion, family, and personal freedom and showcases Joyce's growing experimentation with language. Ulysses is Joyce's masterpiece, set on June 16, 1904, and follows the lives of three characters, Leopold Bloom, Molly Bloom, and Stephen Dedalus. The book is famous for its stream of consciousness style, which captures the characters' thoughts and emotions in real time. Although challenging to read, Ulysses is widely regarded as one of the greatest novels ever written. Finnegan's Wake is an experimental novel that pushes the boundaries of language and storytelling. Written in a unique, dreamlike style, it weaves together multiple languages, puns, and references to create a rich tapestry of meaning. While some find it difficult to understand, others admire its creativity and ambition.